To go. This is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Check. 319. Check. 53's mine. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 16 yards, a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Blue 58, 26. Let's go. Hey, Haywood. Jeff. 53, Mike. I got him.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers, room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
At the Eagles 27.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight down. There you go. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
53, Mike. Hey, Alpha. Rap.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
319. Time to go. Night, night.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Box it. Be ready. Mike, 53. Plant. 3. Mike. I got one. Switch. Here, Mike.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
This is Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, it's Jones, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, wahoo!
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check 43. Check safety. Throw back.
Now Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
46 down, man, 5-4. Lefty. Watch the safety.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Try the right side with Howard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
He's
running with Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. And they're going to run the end around with Jackson. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
315. Kill. Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Got you.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Smooth. Let's bring it. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. On the ball. 30. 53.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Y'all playing the wrong football. No. 258. Check Mike. Check. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back running plays putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Wentz now to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at the 3.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up. Check 9.
Throwing is Wentz. Ertz has it left side. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Hey, empty, empty.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
First down, Philadelphia.
Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Lion.
On the give, running right is Howard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They go with Howard again. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Go. 280.
Line 50.
40, 82, 40. Hey, Echo.
50, mark 50, mark 50. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Wentz. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown.
Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
25 yards on the play.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Check 37. Check. Scan 300. Scan 300. Hey, orbit. Box it. Check. 53's mine.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Fletcher Cox bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
53 is the mic.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Double dog. That's the way.
Hey, check 26.
53's the mic.
Plant.
Check 53. You can't
Right.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
88. Come on.
Let's go.
Go.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. And let's get this.
Now Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Hey, Mike 7.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Run.
I got it.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Malik Jackson. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. Bryant has it. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
No. Check 24. Check 24.
Again, it's Howard. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. 180.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Watch out.
150. Hey, you block over here.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. 2nd and 5 now. Rodgers over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get two and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for two. And down he goes.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We got this at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Ram.
Safe.
Here.
Motion.
Hey, we're good.
They run with Howard, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll keep it on the ground. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, they run with Howard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Don't go. 180. Please.
Check 24. Check 24.
This is Howard on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a third and about 13.
82, 82.
42, right? 42. 3 bucks. 42's the mark. 42's the mark. Watch the run. Mike 42. Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Mike 42, check. Mike 42. Watch the pass.
Wentz going to go on fourth down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Zadarius Smith. And the Packers are going to win this football game.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on second down. They'll go again to Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. There he goes, left side. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 15 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
100 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.